The end of any close relationship, be it friendship or a couple, leaves pain in both parts that is difficult to calm. Although each situation is unique, after a break we all go through moments of relief, sadness, anger. Our head is a roller coaster of feelings, and it is difficult to break to see the situation with some perspective. But after the storm there is always calm, and, no matter how hard the break was, we can all repair a relationship. He who had retained says the same. According to Dr. Susan Krauss, a professor of psychology at the University of Massachusetts, there are 3 key steps that we must follow if we want to bond again with a loved one who, for whatever reason, has disappeared from our lives. 1. Examine and assess the situation. After a break, it is important to assess the circumstances of each one before starting an approach. To start, you must think about what you hope to achieve after recovering your relationship with your ex. Do you want me to be your partner again? Do you want to build a friendship relationship? These are important issues that must be clear before making any movement, because your well-being and that of the other person is at stake. If you are the one who is broken, and you think you were wrong, you must have things clear, because when you re-establish contact you will send a contradictory message. If you are the one who has been abandoned, your attempts to repair the relationship may only serve to keep the pain in time. It must also be taken into account that not all people have the same facility to recover a relationship. Humble people have more facility to forgive their former partners and restore ties. The proudest people have a much harder time. 2. Take stock of what you can earn and lose. Repairing a relationship has costs and benefits. The most obvious cost is that you can be rejected, with the increase in pain that entails, but, in addition, if you try to re-establish the relationship because you have feelings of guilt, you may be making a bad decision. Perhaps you have precipitated a break that was going to happen sooner or later, and you really don't want to come back. An honest assessment of your situation has to include a balance between the pros of maintaining contact with someone who has been important to you against the cons of putting yourself, or putting your ex, in a position of vulnerability. If the balance is positive, you can start planning a strategy to recover the relationship. But if it is not better than, for now, do not start something that may end badly. 3. Design a strategy. Now that you are clear that it is worth trying to recover the relationship, it is time to design a plan. It is not convenient to improvise. Any false step can be disastrous for the achievement of your objective. Since you know the other person well, you have to know what kind of approach you might like more or less. If you think a direct contact may be too violent, try sending an email, an SMS, or make a call first. If you believe that any of these forms of contact can harm the other person, try to address it through a common friend who offers to act as an intermediary. Don't even think about making the public approach. If you are going to use Facebook, send direct messages. Never write to your ex on the wall, he may feel self-conscious. Now a new scenario opens that can end in absolute rejection or full reconciliation. Something that you should be clear in this phase is that your efforts may not help. It is better to be mentalized that the other person can reject your approach attempts. Your ex may not respond, and you will think that it was not worth trying. But regardless of the result, at least you have done what you considered correct, and you will have learned to deal with these types of situations. The ball is no longer on your roof. If you liked this video, share it on your WhatsApp, in addition to your social networks, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now please write us a comment. I send you a big hug. Do not forget to also ask for advice on the link in the description of this video, where it says click here. Thank you.